Even your wife, you go drinking the night. Now it's back at 8 o'clock. Your wife can log in and see when you open the gate. So be careful.
Hi everyone, this is Ian here from TG Security Systems. And today, for a change, we have visited
John
from
Hikvision.
Hikvision.
Thank you for coming through.
It's a pleasure.
So today we'll be looking at our new released gate motor that's available on the market already.
Yeah.
So with this gate motor, could you explain to me why we need this gate motor?
Man, everyone now wants everything at the tip of their hands. And having the privilege of controlling your gate motor remotely from anywhere is a pleasure. So we have the app configuration on the Hikvision motor, supports ecosystem integration. So here we're talking about people who have Hikvision cameras, alarm system, access control and all that. So that integration is all put in one using the same application. So that works very well with that. Power supply, your batteries, people want to have the battery backup, obviously due to load shedding and all that. Solar power configuration as well for people that live in remote areas. If you want to have it remotely, you can put up a solar panel, save up your power, and it's running straight from the sunlight.
So even when there's load shedding, the gate always works.
Yeah.
Okay. So even if the battery doesn't charge up, the solar panel will then charge the battery for you. So always on, basically.
Every time.
Okay. So again, my clicker is having a clicking issue. It's a bit slow, so if the slide takes a while, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the gate motor. So in our country, we are bringing in the 868 version, which is our frequency to the fobs. Okay, it's a special frequency. Other brands use other frequencies, but this one is almost unjammable because it's got 15 channels built in. So even if somebody else is trying to press it as well, it will take another channel. So it will always be on. So in the box, you will get your gate motor. Okay, nice black and red one. You get 2 fobs in as well. Batteries are included for the fobs. Certain brands don't, of course. And then we have our key also included. Now, the mounting base is also then added to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the unlocking methods, we have many available. Okay, so from your normal key fob to PIN code to your card access or QR access. Okay, these are optional features you can purchase from us. So if you want to have this feature, it's additional cost, not just what it normally is. Okay, so it supports also Wi-Fi and LAN. So meaning that it can connect them to the internet for you to control it anywhere in the world. So that's very cool. Gate opening speed 36 meters per minute, not second. That's a bit fast. Okay, but that's normal for any gate that's out there. Of course, you'll use the only one app that you always need as Connect to open this. And you can see there it supports up to 50,000 users on the app, 250,000 cards, 3,000 key fobs. So if you've got a big estate, you can just buy more key fobs for the people to unlock those gates with that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Again, easy maintenance configuration off the app. It is seamless and straightforward.
Beautiful.
Here we go again with our little clicker. It's extremely slow and I don't know why it's doing it. So here is our typical gate. So Ian, can you explain more what's happening on this picture?
So we have the gear rack. This comes in steel on the Hikvision one. So we don't have the plastic version or the nylon version, they will say. So it's only the steel version to make sure that it lasts longer. 3G and 4G communication. We've touched on this for your remote areas. You know, you're using a 3G connection there. Anti-theft bracket, 7 AH batteries. So you need 2 in the motor, which is very important. It doesn't come in the motor when you buy the kit, but you buy it separately. They're very essential to have inside. Warning lamp or siren. So you have your little siren there. If someone tampers with your gate, this will go off. IR safety beams. So for people that are too slow when driving, you make sure that your car doesn't get damaged. You put in your IR beam, which gives you a sense of safety when going in or out. Alarm bell integration with the hardware, intercom, access control, loop detectors if you have your loop detectors, and solar panel charging. So again, for those that are in remote areas or want to save up on your electricity, you can also use the solar panel.
So one thing with that 4G, 3G communication, please make sure that you're using a data SIM, not a SIM that's got voice on as well, because that one works. You need to go to your provider and get a proper data SIM card. Make sure you got airtime on it, because no airtime, no gate opening. Okay, of course you can use the fob still. So in case you want to open it from a remote or your phone, you would need to have data on it. Okay. So here's some accessories that does come, or not doesn't come. It's available for this gate motor. Firstly, of course, is our access control device that's added in there already. We have our key fob, we have our power supply, and of course the mounting base. So as Ian said earlier, this mounting base is universal. So if you have another brand gate and you want to upgrade it to a proper gate motor, you don't need to change the base. This base fits all other brands as well. Okay. Of course, we have our anti-theft bar as well. So if you have on an area where your gate goes walking, you have something to stop that. Yeah. And as Ian said, we have steel rack. There's our IR detectors for stopping the gate, and of course then the battery for the gate. Yeah. So everything is there and available. So key features about our gate motor is, of course, that it integrates with all our other Hikvision devices, like our simple little 2-button intercom. You can connect it to there. You can link it to our cameras. So imagine having the footage of somebody entering, then you can close it remotely again.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't have the IR beams installed, the IR beams goes missing.
Yeah.
But you can now see your car driving in. You press it again, and then it unlocks it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now with this, all this other stuff, if you think about visitors and things like that, with eConnect Teams, you can do QR authentication, and you can use our gate. So everything integrates into one. So it makes it fairly easy.
Fairly easy to use. Yeah.
Of course, with the mobile app, it's very easy to connect to this device. The first time you boot it up, of course, you'll enable AP mode on it, link your Hikconnect to it, and start doing your programming. Okay.
Yeah.
So fairly easy.
Yeah. So the major advantage that also comes with this motor is surge protection. So for some of those that are in lightning prone areas and you have to replace your motor almost each and every rainy season, this is your go-to motor because of this advantage. We look at multiple opening modes: fully closed, halfway open, pedestrian, halfway open for your Mr. D. You know,
I think ours are on the way.
We can use that. And then we've got also various ways of opening the gate. You're looking at your card, pin, dialing option, Hikconnect, as John has said, key fob, exit button, and access terminals. So a lot of opening methods that you can use for your flexibility. If you have many people in your property and you want to restrict certain ways that they gain access to your property, this will provide you that.
Multiple ways of doing it, because you know the key fob goes missing. Now I can use your phone.
Exactly.
So easy as that. There are many ways of opening it. Okay, so once you connect to this device, of course, it has a web page built in as well. So you will actually activate the device first. Now username will be admin, of course, and then your password would be your registration password. Now don't use admin123, by the way, it won't work. Use something complex so nobody else can access the admin side of it. Okay. Then of course you'll see then you have a component status, basically a self-diagnostic it can run. That will check if all the components are online and working, the battery, whatever you need to run on it, you can do a self-diagnostics to determine if the gate is functioning properly. Okay. Now, of course, on your phone, you can see all the settings that you can change. You can see how many fobs have been enrolled, how many cards were enrolled, if there's a pin set to a user. Because you can create up to 3,000 or 50,000 users on this device. 3,000 fobs on here. Okay, so each fob will be assigned to a person's name. Okay, so you will see who's the guy who opened the gate at what time. Okay, so that's kind of, remember your wife, you go drinking, now it's back at 8 o'clock. Your wife can log in and see when you open the gate. So be careful on that one. Okay, so of course, here's our opening methods you can adjust.
Well, I would say that's really not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. So don't be naughty. Okay. So you can detect and change all your settings, as you can see here. Even the closing mode, how far the pedestrian part must open up, 1 meter, 2 meters, and so forth. You can do all the settings, and of course you can also search the events to see who opened, when it was tampered. All those are being saved on the device itself. So a lot of things that can be adjusted on this little gate motor.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's it for our little boring PPT part.
But let's go to the exciting part, the gate motor itself.
Awesome. Okay, so this is a gate motor. This is our sample marketing kind of equipment. So it's not a full gate. The gate actually can take a gate up to 650 kilograms. So this is not 650, otherwise this table would not last. Okay, so simple button, press, and the gate motor runs. Okay, and then of course, if grandma comes with the car and she doesn't see it's closing,
bang,
you can stop it with the IR beams.
Yeah.
So very easy gate motor, nothing really to it. As we said, comes with the 2 fobs, comes with your key that you can then unlock and then program from there. Of course, then we have our favorite anti-theft device.
Bracket.
So if your gate is getting feet, you have something to lock it in so it stays in place always.
Yeah.
Okay. So of course, here is the gate motor now more in detail. You can see the gearing on there. We have our wiring diagrams on the other side. Okay, very easy to wire. There's our LAN cable. There's our tamper. And of course, any other modules you add would be added on top here. Okay. Then of course, last but not least, this gate is heavy. Underneath we have our universal bracket to mount. Okay. So very easy device. Can connect to all of our devices. You know, Hikvision's got tons of intercoms, access control devices, breathalyzers, and all that available on the market. Okay.
And that's where we come in. So if you want this whole ecosystem, or you want to grow your ecosystem, if you've got existing cameras, intercom, you want to have the seamless ecosystem in your property, just give us a call and we'll help you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Maybe we should find something cool to do with the G3.